Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making a Resident Evil tier list. I only made once with the Monster Hunter Wilds monsters, like a tier list. But yeah, I thought, why not make a Resident Evil one? Because I played the older games, not all, some of them. Yeah, but disclaimer, I'm a new Resident Evil fan, so don't expect me to have a lot of nostalgia for the older games, because I started... Okay, I didn't start. I got into Resident Evil with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's put the cap on. My stars cap. Police uniform. That's not actually a police uniform. Anyway, let's begin. Resident Evil. Okay, here we are. We got all the Resident Evil games from 1996 Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil Requiem. Okay, let's begin. I have the ranks of S, A, B, C. Need to play, won't play. Okay, where do I begin? Let's go with Resident Evil 1. I'll go one by one. I've never played Resident Evil 1. I don't think I will play. I don't know. Maybe I might. No, I don't think I won't play because the remake, which I'll put an A rank, is absolutely a great remake. I know I haven't played the first one, but like it's just a classic remake that's done right. It's one of the best remakes in video games ever. Even I, as someone who hasn't played the first game, can say that yes. Seeing the comparisons, this game is just absolutely brilliant. It's elevated the first game to a whole new degree, and I think is the first remake that really made remakes popular in video games. Hopefully we can get the RE Engine remake soon, which if the rumors are true, we will get it. But yeah, I'll put it at A rank. I think it's a very solid game. Resident Evil 2 Original. I need to play it. I haven't played. And Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Like these two games, I know they're classics. I need to play them. I just didn't have time, but I will. I promise I will get to it one day. Okay, saying that though, Resident Evil 2 Remake, dude, S tier. It's the game that got me into Resident Evil. It's the game that made me love Capcom, like modern day Capcom. It's because of Resident Evil 2 Remake I am on this journey of playing nearly every Capcom IP. I'm just going playing like Ace Attorney or Okami or like Devil May Cry, things like that. It's all thanks to Resident Evil 2 Remake. I will always cherish that game. I will always love it. Ooh, okay. I know a lot of people dislike it because compared to the original, it cuts a lot of, content. I know this will be a hot take. I get that the cut content is a shame. I wish it was there, but I never played the original. So to me, this is Resident Evil 3. I really enjoyed it. I think it's such an underrated gem. I love the action, heavy, gameplay style of it. I like that. It feels like popcorn, turn your brain off action flick, summer blockbuster. I don't know, man. Every time I play it, every time I replay it, I really enjoy this game. I don't know, going from A to B, which takes like 5 to 6 hours. It's just super fun for me. Nemesis is great. I know compared to Mr. X, like the modern Nemesis isn't that intimidating, but I like the on rails feeling of it. It feels a bit arcadey. I don't know. I get a kick out of Resident Evil 3. It's a solid B+, that's what I'll say. It's like an A- to B+, there we go. Okay, Code Veronica. I won't play it because I know there's a remake coming, but I heard it's like a mainline Resident Evil game without having the mainline title to it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the remake. Resident Evil 0, I did play. I'm gonna put it at C. It's not horrible, but like, I don't know, controlling two characters was a bit funky, janky, and sluggish. Hopefully the rumors of 0 getting a remake is true, because I think they can really nail the co-op system in that game if they bring in like couch co-op or online co-op or controlling two characters. I think that would be such a cool way to introduce co-op to Resident Evil, because I know we got it in Resident Evil 5 and 6, but this is what I truly believe. I think if they nail Resident Evil 0 remake and with the co-op system, and if it's received very well by fans, I think it will make Capcom think of making a Resident Evil 5 remake. That's what I truly believe. And yeah, because Resident Evil 5 is definitely one of the best co-op games out there, so I think they're gonna experiment with 0. If it works, make a remake of 5, because of the ending of like Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways DLC with Wesker, and Resident Evil Requiem, spoiler alert, with Xeno. I think there's a potential to have a Resident Evil 5 remake, so that's all I'm saying. I know it's just theories, but I want to believe in it. Okay, next up, Resident Evil 4 Original. To me it's an A. I don't think it's an S rank game. I've never finished it. I did play a lot. So okay, I did play on PS2 a bit, and then I did play it on PC. before Resident Evil 4 Remake got announced, or just around it was announced, I can't remember. But I did play it, never finished it. It's to me, it's an A. I can see that it's definitely one of the best games ever made. Like, not to me, but like in general, because it's so influential. If it wasn't for Resident Evil 4, we wouldn't get like Last of Us or like any third-person survival horror action game, I suppose. So in that way, I do really applaud Capcom for that, and they really paved the way to modern gaming with Resident Evil 4. Saying that though, to me, the 10 controls, man, it was quite difficult for me. I don't know why. Resident Evil 1 Remake, because of the fixed camera angle, felt better to control. I don't know, Resident Evil 4, the 10 controls with like the free-flowing third-person over-the-shoulder camera angle, I don't know, it just didn't work. But what worked was the characters, the writing, the villains. It was really, really good. But yeah, I cannot deny that it definitely is a big, huge influential game in the industry. Next is Resident Evil 4 Remake. That is going straight into S rank. I think it elevates everything Resident Evil 4 did. It's just better. I absolutely love it. It builds on from Resident Evil 2 Remake with the combat and how it progresses Leon and Ada and everyone, and just like the graphics and the gameplay and the horrors. Even though I wish there were a bit more horror into it, but it's definitely an action game. But like the scenes that they did feature with like survival horror with Ashley were really, really terrifying. But overall, great cast of characters, fun story, great dialogue, cheesy, amazing action. I love it. I did make a video on it, which I will put in the description down below. Yeah, I think Resident Evil 2 Remake is better than, Resident Evil 4. I like the simplicity of Resident Evil 2 more. I like that it heavily leans more into survival horror, which is what I prefer in my horror games rather than full-on action. But still, Resident Evil 4 Remake is up there. I absolutely love it. It was definitely the best playing Capcom game until another game that came out. Okay, Resident Evil 5. I would put it at B. I like Resident Evil 3 more. Yeah, good co-op, definitely. If you play single player, on your own, it is absolutely dreadful. It is annoying. It has its charms. It's definitely not as good as Resident Evil 4. I don't know, Wesker is definitely saving that game, and I would like to see a remake of it with RE Engine. I think they can absolutely nail that daytime horror, because I remember Capcom promised that, Resident Evil always has like the nighttime horror, and they said with Resident Evil 5 they're gonna do like the daytime horror, how the sun can be scary as well. I would like to see that in RE Engine. I think that would be very cool. That's just my opinion, so yeah, there we go. Resident Evil Revelations, I need to play. I want to play that. I've never played it. Yeah, there's not much I can say. I know it stars Jill Valentine, and I really like her, so I need to play it. Resident Evil 6, dude, that's like a... Dude, I hang on. There we go. That's a D. That's literally a D minus. I can't say F because it's not terrible. I didn't finish all the campaigns because I don't wanna. I just played Leon and I played Chris's, and I was like, dude, I'm done. I couldn't even finish Chris's, so I watched the full gameplay or like the story analysis of it. It's just not worth it. Literally just play Leon's campaign and just watch everyone's campaign on YouTube or like a cutscene compilation or something. Dude, this... what were Capcom thinking? Okay, I gotta say that the good thing about it is that it's a fun, not great, it's a fun, kinda good action game. But it's a terrible Resident Evil game. There's no scares. Leon's section though, it does have some scares, but like, I don't want to get into it. There's no scares. The story doesn't make sense. It's just full-on Michael Bay bombastic action, which is not what I want. I don't know, I wasn't having fun. I kind of like the Leon section, but like by Chris's section, they were making it like Call of Duty. I wasn't having fun. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to play again. Bye-bye. Okay, next, Resident Evil Revelations 2. I did play it. I'll say it's a C game. It's hang on. There you go. It's above Resident Evil 0. It's not amazing. Claire Redfield, I'm happy that she gets to shine. But yeah, talking about the game Revelations 2, I think it definitely influenced Resident Evil 2 Remake because of like how the horror is played out and how the action is played out. Obviously, Resident Evil 2 Remake is way better, but yeah, I would say it's a C game. Before I get into the newest trilogy, let me talk about these spin-offs. Survival, I won't play. Core Veronica 2, won't play. Won't play. Won't play. Won't play. Outbreak, I need to play. I want to play. Outbreak 2, I want to play. Won't play. Won't play, won't play. Let's talk about Resistance and Rebirth. I think Resident Evil Resistance is a D plus game. It's definitely better than Resident Evil 6, but it's not good as the other ones. I think the idea was definitely interesting, but it just they didn't pay it off. Same with ReVerse. I had more fun with ReVerse. So I'm gonna say it's like a C minus game. It's definitely a cheap attempt at making a Resident Evil multiplayer game. I would have rather gotten a Outbreak style multiplayer game where I can choose, an original character, and then with my other friends we try to survive the city. I think that would have been way better, or just remake Outbreak or remaster it. But yeah, Resistance, ReVerse, kind of a fail, but I did get a kick out of them a little bit. Okay, now the big ones, the big three. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is definitely an A game for me, bro. It's an A plus or an A ranked game. I absolutely love it. It's what started Capcom resurgence era since 2017. After that, they on a roll. They keep giving us banger after banger. I absolutely love Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It's just a very, very scary and fun game. And I think, to me, Resident Evil Village is even better, dude. Resident Evil Village, dude, I absolutely love that game. It builds up on Resident Evil Biohazard so much. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay is even better. The villains can be hit and miss. That's the only part. I think Jack Baker and the family, overall villain-wise, they are better. And Resident Evil 7 definitely has better horror. But I like the aspect of Resident Evil Village that it's like similar to Resident Evil 4 with the village style and like the European setting, and all the villains having their own unique horror styles just worked for me a lot. Like Lady D being the vampire horror, Heisenberg being like the steampunk horror, you have the body horror, you have like the creepy house mansion horror. I think Maximilian Dude mentioned that it feels like a Disney World ride, each section is like a different ride, and it's true. And it works for me so much. I absolutely love it for that. I just replayed it in third person. First person is better, but third person still serves its purpose. I think Ethan is an underrated character. Chris is great in that game. And the DLC with the Shadow of Roses is very, very fun. It deepens the lore. I think the story is very, very interesting as well. Yeah, and the ending to that game is brilliant. I absolutely love it. That's why I'll put it an A+. It's not perfect, but it's great. Resident Evil Requiem. I'm just fucking with you guys. It's definitely an SSSSS tier game. It is my favorite Capcom game, it's my favorite Resident Evil game, and it's one of my favorite video games ever made. I know it sounds like a recency bias thing, but I swear to God, it's not. I absolutely love it. It just worked for me. The gameplay is the best Capcom gameplay there is, the best Resident Evil gameplay there is. The characters are interesting. Leon became one of my favorite video game characters after this. It's funny, you can see how Resident Evil 4 influenced Last of Us and how Last of Us has influenced Resident Evil Requiem. It's just like a full circle moment, and those two games are like one of my favorite games ever. So I absolutely love the game. I love the story. I like to see a DLC hopefully one day. I know they confirmed it, but hopefully it comes this year. But yeah, that was my ranking of Resident Evil tier list. How would you rank it? Please let me know down below. I know I haven't played a lot of original games. I need to play them, but so far I'm still on a journey. I'm relatively a newcomer fan, but from what I've played, I absolutely love this franchise so much. I can't wait for the film that's coming out this year with Zach Gregor, who did Weapons. That Resident Evil film is gonna be bonkers. I can't wait for the DLC. I can't wait for the remakes. I can't wait for what Resident Evil has to offer for me, because, dude, I love it. But yeah, either way, how would you rank it? Please let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see everyone on the next video.